Returning to the subject of the Hunter Biden story and personal data released to the world, I wanted to mention something about Alex Jones, the InfoWars host, infamous for spreading false conspiracy theories that the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre was a hoax. In the past 24 hours, he's now had his personal text spread to the world. And here's the thing. I sympathize with both Alex Jones and Hunter Biden. Let me be clear. Alex Jones is among the worst of the worst when it comes to despicable humans spreading lies and disinformation to quite simply make money and gain prominence. But does that mean we can't also feel some sympathy for him, that his private messages sent to his mistress were leaked to the world? Southern Poverty Law Centers published thousands of Jones's texts from between 2019 and 2020 that were inadvertently released by his lawyer during his Texas defamation trial brought by parents of Sandy Hook victims. The texts include Jones, who's married, asking his mistress for sexual favors, dark references Jones makes about his mental health. I'm not going to quote from it because what's the point? I feel bad for anyone who's had their most intimate private details aired out in public based on someone improperly or mistakenly accessing their private data. There were things on Hunter Biden's laptop no one should have seen. Private photos in compromising positions, messages detailing his drug and sex life. And it's not just Hunter Biden. His sister Ashley had her stolen diary published by Project Veritas, conservative activist group. She'd reportedly written details about her drug abuse and sex addiction. The publishing of the diary later resulted in a federal investigation and charges. The list goes on. I mean, former GOP Congressman Madison Cawthorn, another problematic public figure. A video was leaked of him appearing to show Cawthorn naked in a bed and making thrusting motions on top of another guy, released weeks before the Republican primary. At the time, he quoted, "Years ago in this video, I was being crass with a friend, trying to be funny. We were acting foolish, joking. That's it. Blackmail won't win," except it kind of did. He lost the primary. It's not just politicians or those close to the media figures, too. Remember Rachel Nichols, the ESPN host, who had a recording published in the New York Times of her complaining about a job which was asked to give up to fellow NBA host Maria Taylor, even though it was written into Nichols' contract. Nichols didn't know, of course, she was being secretly recorded. When she tied Taylor's success to the network's diversity efforts, Nichols is white and Taylor is black. Both women have left the network. She got in a lot of trouble. All right. My point is, just because these are public people, it doesn't mean they're enemies or people looking to gain something should revel in getting access to their private lives because someone wrongly got access to it. I'm not saying it's never relevant. I'm not saying that the media should never publish certain private information. There are examples of hypocrisy and other things. But I'm saying that there's a new weaponized sense that everyone and everything is fair game. There are no lines, no expectations of privacy, and that should be concerning to all of us. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.